Listen to that funk music, so I must represent where I'm from. That's the D-A-Y-T-O-N, the land of funk, Gym City, fucking shitty face. Motherfuckers, y'all mad cause I'm getting money now. Fuck you in that boozy ass crowd. You know y'all got a white dick and ass in your mouth, so clean your funky ass mouth and watch out and watch your fucking back, cause you never know when the gangster jump out with that chopper pop your motherfucking ass. Fuck my balls, I'm coming back for everything. They motherfucking home. So I'm out so to see. Fuck my balls, I'm coming back for everything. They fucking home. So to see coming back for everything that they home. Stumping through the land as an earth shaker. My ancestors coming back for the 40 acres and everything white folks in government own. No, I'm a vote, I'd rather be vote. Pop the fofo for his operation. Free me from this wicked ass nation. We tolerate no Congress to pass that hate crime beetle. My niggas is still being killed by cops. When with this genocide on black stop, fuck that shit. I'ma shoot my fucking Glock to kill my fucking foes. Coming back for everything. They motherfucking
Peace and black power, peace and black power. That was one of my songs from back in the day, coming back for everything they fucking owe. Tupac had a song too called Coming Back for Everything They Fucking Owe. Yeah, it was kind of inspired by Pac. You feel what I'm saying? Black people in America, we are in a crisis. Not only politically, not only socially or economically, not only spiritually, but most of all mentally. If we can only decolonize our mind, we would have been free long time ago from this white supremacy order up on the earth. If we could only decolonize our minds, we could liberate our race from the other social ills in which we suffer. And it's the biggest ill that we suffer from is self-hatred. Not only black people in America, black people worldwide suffer from a self-hate syndrome. The Africans on the continent of Africa were colonized and given education of their colonizers. They went to school, my brothers and sisters in Africa, went to school to learn about French history in Africa when the French conquered Africa. When some of us come from us of the diaspora, which right now they trying to say didn't exist. You got FBA, you got Donald Trump, you got the pretendians trying to erase the history of the slave trade. You see what I'm saying? Mentally, black people, we must rid ourselves of self-hate. Black people, we are in dire need of liberation psychologically. If you think this is for the black people who galvanize around the white supremacist Donald Trump, if you think the military in urban black neighborhoods is about stopping crime, you must be out your mind. Donald Trump is occupying the military in your neighborhood. according to what I've been reading and keeping up on, they have made over 2,000, maybe 3,000 arrests in DC. How many of those arrests do you think that are legal? Have we just turned away from what's going on? We have a blind eye all of a sudden, knowing law enforcement, military personnel has always wanted to oppress black people, and they did. This is a perfect position for white supremacists in the military to falsely accuse one of a crime, or they can use of force against our people legally. This is why Donald Trump is in your neighborhood, to control black people. They always have a mandate. Each president that comes in office have a mandate what we're gonna do with the black people. I'm so proud of being African. I'm so proud of being African descent. You know, I'm not running from who I am. A lot of people in this country are running from the truth. I don't know if Trump and the white supremacists got certain black people in fear, but black people are naive in supporting the white supremacists. I don't speak as a Democrat. I don't speak as a Republican. I speak as a black man, and I see that no Anglo-Saxon, I can see the truth, no white ran Anglo-Saxon would never have freedom and justice and equality for the black population. You see what I'm saying? Donald Trump is not about protecting black people from crime committed by other black people who commit crime up on the neighborhood. It's not about that. And to my so-called brothers and sisters who are giving leeway by saying that you are happy that Donald Trump has sent the military to your neighborhood to occupy your neighborhood, to try to start a war between the military and black people, the young youth in particular. You're going to sit back and watch the onslaught of your people under the guise that this dude, Donald Orange Chump, is protecting black people. Let's proceed, because this is ludicrous. It's crazy for us to believe that a Donald Trump is here to protect black people from other black people. We are a victim of our own demise. These politicians and Democrats, these Republicans never care about us. And don't even look at us as human beings. They don't care how we eat. They don't care how we die. As long as black people doesn't rise as a nation. Every time we unify, they come to break the unification up. That's why so many niggas want to be anti-Pan-African, because Pan-African requires you to unite with your brother, your sister, no matter where they're at. And for the persons that keep making videos saying that Pan-African is dead, Pan-African governments, Mali, Burkina Faso, other African nations are Pan-African, and they making moves on the continent by ejecting France and America out their business, getting their militaries out of Africa. Africa was being raped by France and America in certain parts like Mali. Guinea. Brave brothers stood up and took these particular places over. Now these people are controlling their own resources to take care of their people. What's wrong with that? That's black power. That's black power. They don't care how we live. They don't care how we die, as long as we don't rise as a people. So all of a sudden, y'all, the United States government wants to intervene in assisting black people. They are assisting black people with the military to stop the crime in the community. Do you believe that, black people? Do you really believe that particular, do you believe that? Come on, leave comments below. Do you believe that Donald Trump has the military in the hood to protect black people from other black people? I'm not surprised that Negroes who support the military being stationed in the hood, because as I read and I look at these YouTube videos, I notice throughout my years of studying, the same house Negro and the slave master relationship has stayed intact since the days of slavery, since the slave plantation. We dealing with a bunch of Negroes who have a slave plantation education. Slave plantation education is predicated on self-hate, FBA, my African brothers on the continent of Africa. Would you stop the madness? We are those same people, either you don't want to believe it or not, FBA. Some of us came by that slave ship. I got a chance to see those big old colossus of big buildings that house black people, black men and women and children on the shores of Africa. It's over 32 big slave dungeons built like the penitentiaries that I was in. So I know something came up out of Africa. And I know Great Britain introduced the slave trade to the Americans. Great Britain made big money off the slave plantation. Proof positive that slavery happened. In America and Great Britain in particular, these two nations made big money off of slavery, FBA. My brothers and sisters on the continent of Africa, we have a culture in this country. America is black culture. You see what I'm saying? My brothers and sisters in Africa, we understand that you was colonized and given a Dutch education. You were given a French education, a Belgian education, American education, to go against your own people, to hate Africans. Africans hate Africans. Africans are the majority. If Africans didn't hate Africans, you wouldn't have the problem of Europeans colonizing Africa. You see what I'm saying? Africans are the majority worldwide. We are the majority worldwide. There's more black people on the earth than any other race on the planet, hands down. Other races are dying off. The Japanese, all Asians are dying off faster than they being born. Check out the statistics. I'm not here with no racist rhetoric. I'm here with the science. I'm here with the truth. You see what I'm saying? So that's one thing that I noticed throughout history, the slave-master relationship and the slave has been intact. You see what I'm saying? And black people in this country have a big identity crisis. My African brother, I just want to say this to you. My African brothers and sisters, don't hate black people in America. I know how you was made. We was made in America with a colonized mind. We need to decolonize our mind. We are the same people. You can't criticize us, British Africans. The people that enslaved you made you a freak. I just want to interject that for my FBA brothers and sisters over here, my brothers in the diaspora. You done went to Africa and they done treated you ill. That's because they've been colonized by the enemy that hates self. They put it down to William Lynch. The William Lynch chip is worldwide embedded in black people. We got to start loving each other. If you can't love black people worldwide, we will never be free. So I don't want to hear FBA friction between Africans. We the same people. Just because I was born in America, you was born in Africa, you was born in Great Britain, you was born in Brazil, don't make us one people. FBA, your rhetoric is to divide black people. I'm tired of hearing it. We got to do something about this disunity. We got to do something about those who do not want to face white supremacy. You want to sit around and criticize all black people and down black people. My African brothers and sisters, keep your mouth shut if you cannot say nothing positive about black people in America. You too, FBA, if you can't say nothing positive about Africans, shut the fuck up with your white motherfucking mindset to divide and conquer black people. I'm tired of hearing it. You feel what I'm saying? This the streets talking. These are the streets watching. This is the streets talking to you Negroes. And I know how to get down in these streets. You feel me? I'm trying to allocate my street niggas and give them the motherfucking knowledge. You feel what I'm saying? This the streets talking. Ain't no fear here. I got my ancestors with me. I got my ancestors. I've been relying on the ancestors. They've been trying to kill me. I've been shot twice. I got shot once, the bullet went in my side, came out my back. Got shot 8 times, 8 bullets, and I'm still here. I'm here for a reason. I'm here for a reason. Black people in this country have a fucking identity crisis. None of the religions of the enemy religions, none of the enemy's religions free black people. The religions of the enemy of black people has been no suffice, no salvation in this wicked ass nation such as America, a United Snakes. The dumb Negro don't know President Donald Trump is in the midst of provoking civil war with the young black youth in America, in those ghettos, in the projects, in the urban cities. He's coming to try to provoke civil war between the black people and the United States military, so they can have an excuse to start the genocide on our people. Wake the fuck up. How is it I'm seeing videos of you Negroes supporting the fact and you believe wholeheartedly, like you believe a white Jesus coming to save you, like you believe in a white Santa Claus coming down the chimney in the ghetto to give you a present. You believe Donald Trump, a white supremacist, is here to protect your black ass. And he want to free all police that have killed black people. This dude is attacking the 1964 Civil Rights Voting Act, Civil Rights Bill that protect you from being terminated at a job based on your race. He's attacking to eliminate that. He say that black history is racism. We need black history because they erased our history and made us don't know what we are. And that's why we have an identity crisis. You an Indian. You are the people who came from the Asian Strait. And I hate to break it down to you. You are the people who came from Siberia now. Because let me give you the history of the 5 civilized Indian tribes that you want to be. They wanted to be like the European. They practiced the slave trade. So when they raped our foremothers, you had a mixed baby. And I hate to break it down to you. So you can brag about the slave master blood running through your DNA, but don't forget about the African DNA that runs through your bloodline. I'm choosing to be an African. I don't feel like an Indian. My big lips don't make me look like an Indian. My nose look like I'm from Kemet. So I'm not claiming to be an Indian. I don't like Indian music. I like the 808. I like bongos. I like the drums. I gotta be African. I got rhythm. I got soul. I gotta be African. Africans got soul. Africans got rhythm. You feel what I'm saying? I can't be no Indian. You feel me? I didn't come from Siberia. My ancestors came from the mother continent. And I can name where I come from, what my DNA say. See, you only believe in the DNA when it says you're not the father of an infant that some woman trying to put up on you. You believe the DNA if you're in prison and the DNA said you wasn't the one that killed or raped those folks. They had you on death row, but DNA exonerated you. Then you believe in the DNA. But when the DNA say that you may be 12% European, 3% Cherokee, 90% African, you'd rather be the white or the Cherokee. You're not African. You don't believe the science. It's easy to match up DNA. We talking about real DNA businesses that's legit. You see what I'm saying? Trump, like all white supremacists that were presidents of America, whether Democrat or Republican, yes, Trump is following trends of his predecessors, like racist Republican President Ronald Reagan. We know what Ronald Reagan did. We know what Ronald Reagan did. This is the Ronald Reagan protocol to scapegoat poor people, particularly black and brown people, for America's chaotic, evil society. Reagan targeted the black community in the 80s. Black males between the age of 16 and 19 were unemployed. Ronald Reagan called black women that were on welfare queens. And did him and Oliver North, the Navy commander, Oliver North and Bush Sr. was investigated for the Iran-Contra scandal where America sold arms to Iran in the 80s. When Iran had an embargo on her, but they broke the law, Bush, Reagan, Oliver North brung cocaine in America. Making sure the crack hit the black neighborhoods in the 80s. They always have a fucking agenda for black people. You say Trump is the worst president, we say crack hit the black neighborhood and devastated and shook the black neighborhood. I was here in the 80s. I participated in selling crack to our people. I was here in the 80s. I've seen the crazy madness. I'm from the streets. Reagan, history speaks for itself how racist he was. If you read any literature on the Black Panther Party when Reagan was the fucking governor of California, he made sure to kill and dismantle the Black Panther Party who patrolled the neighborhood like the military, but patrolling the police who used to come into the neighborhood unaliving black people. You couldn't wear a belt. They said your belt buckle looked like a gun and they would shoot you down. The Black Panther Party didn't have none of that. They followed the police and policed the police. The police got mad and gave the dope boys more gun and ammunition dope to go against Huey P. Newton and the Black Panther Party in Oakland. They always got a plan. Each president got a plan to dismantle and disrupt, disenfranchise black people. They got a plan. The government don't love us. I was just explaining to a person today. This is the same government that killed your leaders. Sent CIA members at your leaders and dismantled your leaders and killed your leaders, and you vote for this motherfucker machine, racist regime. Every president scapegoat black people for America's ills. So, with that being said, when Ronald Reagan went out of office, the same thing happened to our people. You see what I'm saying? With Bill Clinton. But Ronald Reagan, he ran for the president's seat. Say no to drugs. He ran on a campaign to say no to drugs, getting tough on crime, while he committed crime, selling arms to Iran. Then to fund that war in South America, he put crack cocaine into the black community. Go read up on the Iran-Contra affair of Ronald Reagan and Bush, who was involved with a covert operation that illegally sold arms to Iran, diverting the sole profits and funds to Contra rebels in Nicaragua. That's where the cocaine was coming from. Reagan hated black people. His administration put cocaine in the hood to destabilize the community, make sure black people stayed disenfranchised, no black power. Get tough on crime rhetoric from Ronald Reagan was to lock black people up. Black people love Bill Clinton. Black people say Bill Clinton was the blackest president ever took seat. That's how gullible and ignorant the Negro is in this country. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge who the fuck their enemies are. Like Reagan, President Bill Clinton backdoored Negroes with the same old method his predecessor, Ronald Reagan. The same old method, systemic racism of the American government. The same old actions that are taking place today with Donald Trump is what's gonna go down with us. The 1994 Violent Crime Control and Law Enforcement Act, signed by Clinton and Joe Biden, supported the incarcerating of black people at an alarming rate. Black people out west suffered under a 3-strike law and still suffer from a 3-strike law. That law has not been taken off of the books. People are still being cooked. Black people are going to jail forever in California if they get 3 felonies. Crack versus powder cocaine. We can point that out as being racist. We can point to the stark sentencing disparities between crack cocaine, more commonly used in the black community, and powder cocaine at that time was more prevalent in white communities. Discriminatory policies that led to the longer prison terms for black individuals. Bill Clinton was behind that policy. And in the media, Bill Clinton, his wife, called black youth super predators. This was used by Bill Clinton's wife to describe the young black youth of America in the 1990s. They always paint that image that there's trouble with black people, so we must step in, and this is how we're going to address this problem. And Negroes were set back and support the demise of our people through the image and eyes of the Caucasian who points that these particular black people need to be removed from society. They need to be exterminated from society, and black people were supported. Negroes are supporting Donald Trump being in the black neighborhoods trying to provoke civil war. I see the videos. We so crazy. We so backwards as a people. This is Underground Warrior TV. Mash at the likes. Send us a video. I'm gone.